Alrighty, I hope I'm audible right now. Just a minute. And merely I have to confirm whether I'm live or not. Just a sec. Alrighty. Just a minute. And merely I have to confirm whether I'm live. Okay, just a minute. Let me even log out from here and ultimately kind of sign out. Well, that's bad. And what do I have to do? Enter the password. Oh, come on. Am I really bad at typing? Such a big password I have. Never mind, let's continue. 84. What day is it? Friday. 84. Okay. Alright, everybody, let's continue from here on. And the main focus is still gonna be on WebRTC. Let's get this particular section done as soon as possible. And mainly it's gonna be like this. The main max to max I will be selecting 3 things at a time, and that's it, not more than that. And once they are selected, I will start working on them. It's as simple as that. And that is how the things are gonna be going on. And as for this one, let's go live directly. Manage. Just a sec. Alrighty, so let's get started. I mean, start doing our best, start giving our best. Right now the chats are visible, but unfortunately I will not be able to turn them on, so it's gonna be just like that. Having said that, just the music is going to be played in the background because I will be watching the videos and all. Not only that, I will be just sharing the VS Code, that's it, nothing else. And at the end, if once everything gets done, after that I will actually start sharing the entire screen, and then I will explain exactly whatever I've just coded there. So this is how the things are gonna be going on. I'm gonna be seeing you there, but for now let's simply share the screen and this is how the things are gonna be going on. I hope it's clear. Okay, so I'm gonna be catching up soon once everything's actually done, once I'm done with learning. Okay, see you. Alright everybody, here we are. Time to share the entire screen, and let's simply discuss the things right now. I'm not really gonna be discussing much because I'm just gonna be going for 10 to 15 minutes, and after that I'll be back. But before that, let me just get everything done exactly what all I've covered so far. So far things have been pretty simple. The simple thing is that I'm just trying to join the room here. So if I actually show you that, you should actually go here. So far we have implemented many functionalities, and some of them are remaining. So we already worked on this create room functionality. So we could create any room. So suppose the room is created right now and waiting for the other peer to join. So another peer will be joining the same room, right? You can even destroy the room. The room is destroyed, you can create the room again. So this is how things are gonna be going on. Even after creating the room, if you let's create the room first of all. The room is created. If you just reload the page, the room is going to be destroyed. That simply means after that you can just create the same room again. Let me just give it the name, and the room is gonna be created. So this is the first thing. Second thing is that another user will try to join the room. So you will enter some kind of name over here, and the room should already be created, and then another user will be joining that room. And simple thing, I'm gonna be using WebSocket. The request will go from the client side to the server side, again using WebSocket. That is really because WebSocket is bi-directional, right? So you can just send the data to the WebSocket, and the WebSocket will send that particular data to the other peer in the sense other user that is already there in the room. It's just like that, because if you created the room, you are already in the room. Now another person is trying to join the room. So as soon as that person joins the room using WebSocket, you can just send the data to the other peer, another user, the person who actually created the room, the admin, or the admin. And now that user will know, okay, the user has actually joined the room, and that user, the person who actually created the room, it will have the information about other peer as well. And then once this got done, then that's it. You don't really need to worry about it, right? And this is the overall thing, and what is actually happening over here. And let me even show that. First of all, from the front end side, many things are here, but let's go through them one by one. First of all, join button room. As soon as you click on the join button room, you are just simply getting the room name, and then you are just simply calling this join room method function that you have created inside WebSocket. And inside this, I'm actually doing nothing. First of all, generating the message like this kind of message I will be sending from my client side to my server side. So I'm gonna be sending the label, like what kind of request, data I'm sending, request I'm sending to the server. So that's gonna be normal server process. This is just the extra things that you are doing, not really necessary, but if you just go with this way, it's gonna be easier to just go with the things. And then you are just simply sending the data. This data will go via WebSocket to the WebSocket server. Okay, and then you are just simply sending the type of the data. Of course, you wanna join the request, and that is why you are simply sending a room join request. That is again a type. That's it, nothing else. Then room name and user ID. These two things are the important ones, important bits that you are actually sending from here. Then room name and user ID. These two things will be sent to the other peer as well. So this is the information of the user that's trying to join, and this information will be sent to the user who actually created the room. And then you are doing actually nothing here. State.getState, you are just simply getting the WebSocket connection. Again, this WebSocket connection is available globally, because of course we have created a state. If you don't remember that, here we have the state. Inside this state we have user WebSocket connection, and that's what we are using over here. And using that, come on, I should be somewhere main.js WebSocket. Okay, so using that, I'm just simply sending the data. Again, before sending the data, you need to make sure that the data is actually stringified. Only then you can just simply send that. Okay, so far so good, nothing else. Now you will get the data on the backend side. So that's what we are handling over here. On the backend side, inside handle message, we are just simply getting the data. Once we got the data, we are parsing that. Once we are parsing that, then you must have remembered that we have label. On the basis of that label, we will be going getting the things done. So if the label is equals to normal server process, then we will be getting some things done. If that's equals to WS server process, then we will be getting different things done. But for now, if that's equals to normal server processing, okay, sorry, if that's equals to normal server process, that's the label, then I'm just simply gonna be calling this function, and this function will just simply get the normal server processing done. Normal server processing done means I've got the data from a peer, now send that data to the other peer, and you are done. As simple as that. As for this particular method, normal server processing I have created over here, I'm just simply getting my data. Once I got my data, again there's gonna be type in the sense, am I trying to join the room, am I trying to send, is this kind of a join request message, is this kind of a notify message, depends, like, right, anything can be the type, and on the basis of that thing I will be getting some things done too. So I'm just simply gonna be joining the room. This join room handler simply handles the joining room business logic. Okay, and inside this, pretty simple, you got the room name, user ID, you must remember that, must have remembered inside the data that we sent. So if I actually have a look at, come on, where that is, UI utils, nope. Then main.js, inside main.js I have this message. Do I have the message? Oh, it's getting confusing. From where am I sending the message? From join button, this is the button, join room, this is inside WebSocket. So over here I'm sending this message, and inside my data I have my room name and user ID, and that's what I'm getting over here. It's getting no. Okay, let's go to app.js. The flow, the steps that it's going through, it's gonna be okay once you just go through that properly. But yeah, inside this I'm just simply getting my I should be getting that here. I got my failures and my exits. Okay, that's fine. Okay, here the join room handler, inside my data I got my room name and user ID. Once I got that, then other user ID, in the sense the user who actually created the room, that user's ID I will be getting here, and I will be just sending the what will I be sending? I will be sending the peer 2. Suppose the information that I'm getting that belongs to peer 2, and the other user is peer 1. So the peer 2 the information of the peer 2 will be sent to the peer 1 only. As simple as that. I hope you got the point. Never mind. The question is, how will I get the other user? Pretty simple. If the room actually exists, then using that room you can find the room, and that particular room will contain the peer. The WebSocket, the room name, peer 1 and peer 2. You just have to have the peer 1 over here. You will get the peer 1. Once you got the peer 1, then after that you have to send the request to the peer 1 using some conditions. Like when you are sending the request, so that request should only go to the peer 1. Peer 1 in the sense first user, peer 2 in the sense second user. As simple as that. Okay. The next or bigger question is that how am I gonna be sending the data to the only peer 1 user? And this is gonna be a bit interesting. But I have two things. I have connections, I have room. Room will not play any role over here, but connection might play any role. What do I have inside my connection? Let me check that. I'm just pre-thinking this thing, because of course I have to just go through the video. Inside my connection I have my WebSocket connection, I have my user ID. The good thing is that from the rooms, because I have the room name, so using the room name I can find my peer 1. Once I found my peer 1 means peer 1's user ID. Once I got my user ID, I will be able to find that particular connection. Once I found that connection, so using the WebSocket of that particular connection, I will be able to send the request to the peer 1, that means user 1. As simple as that. So this is how the flow is going to be, and for that particular thing I will be creating a function over here, so that inside that particular function I can actually give the WebSocket, and I can actually give the user ID. User ID, is this needed? I think WebSocket is kind of enough, or I can just simply give the user ID. It will find the WebSocket, then WebSocket will just simply send the data and all after stringifying the data. Quite easy peasy, right? The most important thing, I mean, this business logic is not the problem. The most important thing is the logic of WebRTC, because I mean, this thing is okay. I'll be back soon. I'm gonna be taking a break. I'm hungry actually, so I'm just gonna be having my dinner. Once I've had that, then after that I'll be back and then continue from here on. And as for it, this business logic will be done, and from tomorrow onwards we'll actually start focusing on how we can actually implement WebRTC, because both the users are connected. You have the information of the first user as well, you have the information of the second user as well. Now it's time to just simply use the WebRTC, make a video call and all, and just get the things done. Let's get these things done as soon as possible. Until then, take care and see you soon.